So, I did a thing recently. Yeah.
Why?
I bought a knockoff Thomas from AliExpress.
You piece of shit!
And before any of you say anything, yes, this is a shit toy. I'm gonna say that loud and clear, but it's scary when it looks this good. And let me explain in this video. Well, hey there. In this video, I've got something that I've sort of been wanting to take a really good look at for years and years, and I finally found one. This came from AliExpress. This is my first time ever buying from AliExpress, and it's a knockoff Tommy Thomas toy. So let's get right into them. As I expected, it didn't come in a box or a big box like a train set box, but oh well. Hang on. Alright, I think I got it somewhat in here. Toss that aside. Yep, I can hear it. Here we go. There we go. Oh, okay then. Let's get a closer look at it. So here is the Thomas that I ordered. Interestingly, it looks like an original, well, I wouldn't say it looks like an ordinary Trackmaster Thomas that Mattel released years ago, but I was sort of expecting it to be sort of like this. This is my 2006 Hit Toy Company Thomas. As you can see in the licensing right here, and there's a 2006 date right here. You can't see it because my camera's crap. But yeah, I was sort of expecting it to be like this. Not like this. And that's what the listing said on AliExpress. As weird as it is, this thing does freewheel. And oddly enough, this thing does have the Mattel licensing of 2009. And I'm not saying this is the real deal. Obviously, this is a knockoff. But I can already tell this one feels way lighter than this thing right here. I can even feel a little bit of a weight from this, even though it's pretty light. But still, this one feels even lighter. Let's look at the rolling stock. Wow, the rolling stock looks it feels different too. Yeah, wow. That did not take much at all. Wow. This is just absolute horror.
Why?
Yeah. And strangely enough, these two, oh, if I can get this one on right, these two have the exact same name. They're both named Annie, which for some reason is super common in the knockoff world. Can't get this back on.
3 weeks later.
Well, I finally got this back on after fighting for 10 minutes. It came with these tabs that are molded onto the chassis here. I already broke one of them, so you can see right there. So this might give you an idea how cheap this thing feels. It doesn't even say made in China anywhere, even though it is made in China. But yeah, this feels really different than the Tomy versions of the rolling stock. I don't have a Tomy Annie and Clarabelle anymore from when I was young. But yeah, these two just feel so different. It's just unbelievable. Anyways, here's Thomas again. Let me get a screwdriver. Yeah, it's kind of weird how they gave me this one. Yeah, this one has a screw in. Usually they open up easily, the older models. And funny thing is, it has a Mattel licensing, yet it's Mattel don't produce stuff like this anymore. Now they produce All Engines Go. How does this come off? Wow, for a knockoff, they really did make it child-proof, did they? They probably made it adult-proof. How the hell does this thing come off? Okay, here we go. Yeah, there's the the motor block. Looks small compared to there we go, compared to this. Yeah, anyway. I'm fighting with toys today, am I? Alright, let's get a battery in here. See if he works. He does. Pretty powerful. He's got some grunt to him. Okay. Alright, just gotta tap the back. There we go. I swear, these knockoffs are fighting with me, are they? Alright, I'll put it on off camera. Okay, I'm going to do a bit of a comparison. I've lined all these four up. I do have a Tommy Thomas in his storage right now, but I don't feel like getting that out. So, plus I don't know if that thing. I mean, it probably will run, but yeah, I don't feel like warming it up. But anyways, I have the 2006 Hit Toy Company Trackmaster Thomas. I actually just warmed this thing up for a minute, and he runs pretty good. Dog hair. This is my Trackmaster Revolution Thomas. He doesn't have any batteries in him right now, but he does work, and if I remember, I'll power him up at the end of the video. Here's what Mattel released today, the All Engines Go Thomas. So you can see he works. And we have the new guy here, the knockoff. And he's a lot faster than all these guys. I know this one's a bit speedy. Well, Trackmaster Revolution Thomas has always been speedy. This guy is always pretty slow for some reason. I think this guy is the fastest of them all. Look how fast that wheel rotation is. That's just wild. What's interesting though, this one has black buffers, whereas the rest of them, they don't. That is so weird. I wonder why Mattel never bothered painting the buffers on their other models, because they're cheap, of course. And same with the knockoff, they don't paint the buffers either. But obviously, this is what Mattel does not release today anymore, even though it has a Mattel licensing underneath. But yeah, this is just this is crazy right here, man.
This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now.
Okay, I have this crazy track set up on my dining room table. And I'm using the cringy stack methods again, like I did in my previous videos. And remember when I said I have a Tommy Thomas store somewhere and I didn't feel like getting them out? Well, I had him right behind me on my desk the whole time. I do have another one. It's just this one I haven't thought of for some reason. And what I meant by the Tommy Thomas, I didn't feel like getting it out. It's in my storage in my basement, in my tote of where I keep my Thomas stuff from when I was little. This one I only have for a couple months, and it's my channel icon also, and it's got that white running board, whereas these two don't. It's so weird, but this one is from Tommy or Playrail. This is 2002. Yeah, well, the licensing says 1992. I actually don't know when this model was made, but this one is one of my favorites. He's got a slower wheel rotation. Let's look at the wheel rotation in these three before I get them going. Well, I got them going. Out of all the three, the knockoff is the fastest. My Tommy one is a little bit slower, and my Hit Toys Company Trackmaster Thomas is just a little bit faster than the Tommy one. So yeah, that is just really, really weird right there. Well, I just decided last minute to build a siding for these two while we get this one going. Let's see how to... Yeah, the coupling's not too bad. Although the couplings are Tomy ripoffs. Alright, now let's set this thing off. I have an incline off camera right here, so let's see if it does that pretty good. Ooh, wow. Yep, it does. Let me tell you, man, this thing is fast. Here it comes. Impressive. Also, what's kind of the weirdest thing about it is it really does sound like the old classic Trackmaster Tomy sound to it. I've heard from Leo Kim Video that when he would get one of these, if they look identical to the classic Tomy or Trackmaster, it wouldn't sound like that. You wouldn't get that kind of sound. It's kind of weird. Not to mention it freewheels too, or I guess if you buy a rip-off classic Trackmaster Tomy knockoff Thomas, its gears will be engaged. Kind of weird. Thomas have a closer look if I could turn them off. What's also weird is that you can hear him squeaking. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but, well, I guess it's a bad thing, but I don't think you would hear that on the real stuff, would you? That's just really weird. And there is also another thing I did notice about this Thomas is underneath the chassis. And to notice it straight away right out of the box. Look at that flashing right there. Can you see it? Without my finger in the way? Yeah. Oh, just came off. So that definitely shows you something right there. I got it right here. Found it. See if I can... Yep, there it is. This was from Nat. How bizarre is that? And there is a licensing underneath. I had to get the light to shine on it really good. What does that say, guys? Huh? 2009 Ghislaine Thomas Limited, 2009 Mattel, made in China. Funny thing is it 2009, like 15, 16 years ago? And when Mattel did put up the licensing to make Thomas toys at around 2009, 2010, before they bought off Hit Entertainment, Thomas wouldn't look like this, would he? Well, I guess there were some models where he would, but I don't think he would have this type of body tooling. Sorry for the train in the background, but I think he would have something that would look a little bit different than this. I don't have the model to prove it. I don't have a Trackmaster Classic Mattel Thomas models, but I'm pretty sure he wouldn't look anywhere near like this. I think he would look just a little bit different, or either he would look like this, except it's just the company, well, the factory that made this just rip off the tooling entirely and just put the licensing info underneath to say, hey, this is a Mattel product, when in fact Mattel haven't made this stuff probably since like what, 2013 when Trackmaster 2 came out, or Trackmaster Revolution. Yeah, it's so bizarre how these knockoff factories that are producing really low quality toys are just putting out this kind of stuff. And it's just so weird. And the reason why I got this is because I've watched, like I said, I've watched Leo Kim Video for many years. And since 2010, he would make knockoff Thomas videos, and I would always love them. I've always watched them all the time. I still do to this day. And it's funny how he easily finds this stuff in the shops where he goes in Australia, whereas in the United States, these are impossible to get. Even eBay doesn't sell these. Why is that? I don't know. I guess there's some sort of distribution law going on about selling these type of toys, non-licensed toys in America. I'm pretty sure that's why we probably don't get them.
Nice.
But I could not find these guys to save my life, because these guys are just so fucking difficult to find, bro. Like, dude. I mean, at least it's a good thing that I can't find them, or the closest I can do is see them off of AliExpress, but just wow, man. And look at the coaches again. Yeah, the coaches, they don't say anything. There's no licensing info underneath, nothing. So I could see someone easily getting fooled by this, very, very easily. And it does not take much for someone underneath to look underneath and say, hey, this is a licensed product. Here you go, son, you can have it. But yeah, it's just so freaking weird. And like I said, this toy, it does not feel that good of a quality at all. I mean, if I could break it if I want to, but I'm not going to do that because I want to keep it. And as bad as it is to say this, I actually do quite like this. Let's take it down. I might look at the body shell underneath again. Right, I had a look at the shell underneath, and if you can even see it, it's completely blank. Let me explain. Right, I got all three of the bodies off. This one is a Tommy Thomas. This is a Hit Toy Company Trackmaster Thomas, and this is a knockoff. What I'm saying about this is if I bring up the Tommy Thomas right here, you can just see it has some sort of factory coating underneath. If you look underneath the water tank, some sort of code right there. Might tell the year, who knows? Probably don't. I'm just guessing here. There's a little sticker underneath, and it says the CE logo. I know someone will explain that to me. Under the Hit Toy Company Trackmaster Thomas, it is blank, but you can see a sticker that says caution. This says chassis wheels may contain potential hair and entanglement. So even though it is blank under here, but it does have at least something. As for the knockoff Thomas, well, it's 100% blank. I cannot see any caution stickers, no nothing. It is just bare bone.
This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now.
Well, I think my dog approves of it. Do you approve of this, Thomas? No? Sorry if it's blurry. Do you approve of the knockoff Thomas? Huh? He just wants to come back outside. Okay, I've sort of seen enough. I'm not supposed to say this because it's a knockoff, but it doesn't look too bad.
God fucking damn it!
And I say that because, well, Jesus, it performs very well. It's, for a knockoff, it's also pretty much kid-proof, so a child can't take the battery off of this thing and choke on it. But yeah, this is not bad at all. Not what I was expecting. Well, I was sort of expecting something like that, but I didn't. All I got was that. Because the listing showed something similar to this, even though this is a licensed toy, and what it showed on the listing wasn't a licensed toy, obviously. So, however, before the video ends, I do want to do something. How about I do a battle comparison between these two? I might do a separate video on it because it's going to be a head-on collision, but here we go. Here goes the knockoff. There's a Trackmaster. I do apologize if it's blurry, but send it off. Now, if it'll go. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? You're joking! No! Oh no! Oh, funnily enough, I stopped the camera before they even hit the ground, but this one survived and he's still going. Whereas this one, oh, never mind. He stopped for a minute, but oh, I can't believe that happened. I need to get that again. Alright, this thing is proving much stronger than I thought. Alright, I got that going, the knockoff. And I got the Tommy Annoyed Face Thomas right here. And I'll set him off now. A bit slower. Come on, who's gonna win? Oh no! Yeah, there you go. Right there. Caught you just in time. Well, that is just crazy how this thing just keeps proving itself that it's worth the money, even though this thing is absolutely cheap as hell. But, oh man, I just cannot believe that can beat these two. That is just so bizarre. Well, I suppose beggars can't be choosers, can they? Looks like the guys producing these knockoff toys are starting to understand what we are looking for. Apparently there's a lot of eagle eyes out there that can tell the difference between real and fake, and it looks like they are trying their absolute hardest to prove themselves that they can make good quality toys where in reality they can't. And it's starting to become a scary thing to do because Mattel, I don't think are gonna come in and do something about it. They can if they want to, unless they know who these people are that are making these toys. If they do find them, they'll probably put a stop to them completely because Mattel, obviously, they're a multi-billion-dollar company. I mean, what else? And they produce Thomas toys now. And I did hear one time online they I think they about sued AliExpress for selling knockoff Thomas merchandise, since, you know, Mattel has a rights to Thomas and Friends.
What the fuck are you looking at?
But yeah, it's so scary what the knockoff world is becoming, and it's just what can you do about it? You know, they are getting better. They are getting, well, I feel like they're getting a little bit more quality. I shouldn't say more good quality because it just doesn't sound right. But it's just the weirdest thing ever, and. Wow, I'm at a loss for words now. Well, I better leave it here, and thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new. Turn on bell notifications so you don't miss out on every single video I upload. And leave a like on this video. It would really, really help me out, and it would tell YouTube that, hey, this is a good video. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Funny thing about the rolling stock is, while I was trying to film the outro of the video, I happened to go in the opposite direction. What's kind of weird, they do not like this switch sometimes. Like, if I set it to, you know, barely out of position, even a Tommy engine can get out of that position, even with the rolling stock. If I set it to there and wait for Thomas to come back around, here he comes. Watch this, it'll do it. Bam. Does not take much for him to derail. That might show how knockoff it is. And I know I wasn't going crazy. Listen to this. Does that not prove knockoff, or does it not? If it doesn't, I don't know what does. Alright, bye for now.